Hello everybody, my name is Jonathan and welcome to Barely Unboxed. Today is a little different than my previous videos. Today we're going on a toy hunt at Target. I love going to Targets for toy hunts, and whenever I have a chance, if I'm near a Target, I'll usually pop in and see what they have. This particular Target is one of my favorites in the area and probably the closest one to get to for the most part. I actually have access to quite a few Targets here. Not as many Walmarts, so I might do a Walmart toy hunt video in the future, but for now the Targets are much easier for me to get to. So today I wanted to just show you what they have available right now. There's a lot of new toys out, and this Target was just stocked really well. So I decided, you know what, we're gonna make a video of what they have available. And so I started in the collectibles area where they had these Ultra Street Fighter 2 action figures. They had Fei Long and they had Ryu. And for $24.99 they come with a lot of extra parts and accessories, so if they ever have a Zangief or a Blanca, I'll probably pick those two up. And then I was also looking at these Spawn figures. They are really cool. I used to love the Spawn figures back in the 90s, and I collected many of them. And then I found this Goliath plush from Disney's Gargoyles, and I love that show, and I might pick this up eventually. I didn't get it today. And then I was looking at the Nintendo plush to see if there was any new Bowser related ones, like this little Spiny is really cute. And then I went over to the Barbie section, and they had these new made to move Barbies in stock. And I found this tennis player in the back, and I went ahead and picked her up. And then they had these fashionistas, these new ones, and I did pick one of them up. I'll show you later. And they also had the new Touch of Magic Barbies from some new Netflix show that will be coming out soon. I don't know when, but soon. They also had Abby Abominable and Claude Wolf. I do have Abby Abominable already. I do need to do an unboxing video of her. They had some of the other dolls. They had quite a few, to be honest. And then over to the Rainbow High section, which is totally my favorite line of dolls right now, which took me a while to get into. I kept looking at them and thinking, oh, these are really nicely made. I'd want to get some. And so anyway, this doll set I think is an awesome price. For $60 for 4 dolls, I went ahead and picked that up. And then they had the new Color and Create dolls, and this one has such a sweet face. I did not get her today, but I did get the green-eyed one right here. I'll show you later. And then I went over into the Masters of the Universe section, which are very hard to find lately. It's a line I love to collect, but I have the hardest time finding them, and they're always out. They sell out so quickly. And they had some of these new Masterverse as well, which I don't collect the Masterverse. I was, but it's just too many things to collect. The Marvel section was really stocked. They had these new X-Men 97 figures for $10.99, which isn't bad. They're the smaller figures, but they are articulated really well. They had these Mech Strike Mechasaurs, which I'm not quite into. I'm not really sure what that is. I think that's geared a lot towards children, which, you know, let's be honest, I'm buying toys, so. Anyway, they still had a lot of older toys too, but they did have this X-Men Team X-Jet, the Blackbird and Storm figure. I want to get that. This Captain Marvel and Doctor Doom is pretty cool. And then they have the Skrull set, which is also nice, but those are really pricey, and so I passed. Now this Thor versus Marvel's Destroyer is really cool. Thor has a beard, and I have to get this. And oops, spoiler alert, you can see I have a Rainbow High doll in the cart. So anyway, let's take a look at what I got. And first off, you already saw it, so I'll just go ahead and show you. I got one of the new Rainbow High Fantastic Fashions dolls. This is Jade Hunter. Now, I don't have a Jade Hunter doll in my collection, and I thought this was a really beautiful doll. It says here that her dress glows in the dark. It's this plastic part in the front, I believe. And I will show you later after I get her unboxed. I'll put a picture in so you can see what it looks like glowing in the dark. Here's the back, and it shows all the dolls you can get in the series. And I usually cut this out and keep one from every set. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but maybe put them in a scrapbook or something. Here is the bottom and the UPC if you need it. Okay, so I got that. We will unbox that in just a couple minutes, but I also want to show you, and this is already out of the packaging though, because I couldn't wait. This is the new Down syndrome Barbie doll, and I think she is absolutely beautiful. They did such a great job on her. I believe she even has a different body type than I'm used to seeing on fashionista dolls. And she has really, really beautiful hair. It is a little frizzy at the moment. I might have to give her a hair wash and a condition. I do that with a lot of the dolls because their hair is just a mess. But what I really like is she has these little painted shoe leg braces. And her outfit is really cute. And she has this cute little chevron necklace, which in some ways kind of looks like a little person, which I thought it was at first, but I believe those are just chevrons. And there you can see her face. She's very pretty. And I really hope they come out with more Down syndrome. I would like to see a Ken. A Down syndrome Ken doll would be really cool. So I got that, and she has the standard articulation that a fashionista has. Her arm can go up and down and around, and her head can tilt, and then her legs go up and down, but that's it. I wouldn't mind rebodying her on a made-to-move doll, but they don't make any made-to-move dolls with this body type that I know of, so for now she's just going to stay like this, and I think she's adorable just as is. Alright, and then I also, like I said, I picked up this girl, and I'm going to do a full review on her in a separate video so I can try out the markers on all the stuff. I've seen some other reviews for this line, and well, they all come with the same outfits, the same markers, and she actually, since she has pigtails, she comes with 2 scrunchies. The other 2 dolls only come with 1. But ultimately what I want to do with her is I want to dye her hair using RIT clothing dye, because I've done it before. I have a whole collection back here behind me, and I'll have to show those off sometime in a video, where I've re-dyed different dolls and created my own characters. And these do not have names, so I can just come up with a name for her. My plan is to probably do like a teal and blue hairstyle blended together somehow. I think it would be really cool. From what I understand, these markers, if you leave them on the hair or the clothing for an extended period of time, it will stain the hair and the clothing. But if you wash it off immediately, from what I've seen, it comes right out. which I'll probably test that out and see how it works. But I do want to dye her, make her into my own character. And I just thought her face was adorable and her green eyes really sold me. I love green eyes. And these dolls do not come with a stand, so proactively I ordered a stand from eBay from a Rainbow High Aisha Sterling doll, and it's the perfect color, I think, for her. It's translucent, clear, and has glitter in it. So that will be her stand. So if you want a stand for these, you're going to have to buy one separately, unfortunately. But I got a really good deal on this, so I'm not sad about it. Alright, so we'll put her over here. And then the last thing I got, because I could not resist, for $60, a 4-pack. They only come with one outfit each. I actually already have this one, and this one. But I do not have this one. And I believe, what is her name? Heather Grayson. I do not have Heather. But I do have Natasha, Emmy, and Daria. This is actually my third Daria doll. I have one that I dyed the hair on, which I'll have to show you in my future video where I show off my dyed Rainbow High dolls. And these two, I'm going to dye their hair eventually too. And she has white hair, so I can't wait to see how that'll turn out. A lot like the Color Create dolls. It's a blank canvas to work with, and I think that'll be really fun. So I'm not going to open this today because I already have most of these on display. So today, this is what we'll be opening and reviewing. And this is kind of a new packaging for me. I've never opened one of these newer Project Rainbow dolls. They do come with another outfit, which a lot of the Rainbow High dolls lately do not have a second outfit. They come with a bunch of accessories. So it looks like there's just tape on the sides and then on the top. And excuse me, I've been dealing with a cold, so if I sound a little weird, that's probably why. I apologize for coughing or whatever. Okay, so there is tape on the bottom, the top, on both sides, and then that just kind of folds out. And it looks like this is just okay. Well, that just pops out. She does come with a stand. Okay, and then I'm going to open it up on the other side to pull the doll out, maybe. There we go. Okay. We will save that for later. I will cut out the back and put that with my collection. Okay. And so it does come with a paper telling you what part of the dress does glow in the dark, and it's as I suspected. It's that the plasticky looking piece, which is very plasticky. The cool thing about that is, I'm hoping it's separate, and I might be able to like attach that to different dolls. But if I buy another one, maybe I will create a Firefly Rainbow High doll. So she doesn't come with hangers, it looks like, unless there's somewhere else. But here's her stand. And Jade Hunter was from the first series of dolls, and those stands that came with the first series are really different. I have a couple of them. They have really thick, this part's really thick, and they changed it so it's a little easier, not so clunky. So for the glow in the dark, it says hold the dress in the light for a few minutes and then place it in a dark room. If using a lamp or flashlight, place the dress near or directly under the light for best results. Important information, only the dress will glow in the dark. The glow in the dark effect has a lengthy but limited lifespan. Do not store the dress in direct sunlight for extended periods of time. Long exposure to sunlight may deactivate glow in the dark feature. I didn't know that. Well, I know sunlight makes glow in the dark items glow really well, as does a black light, which I have. So we will try that later. Alright, so I got the stand out. Now I have to deal with all this packaging, and I thought about editing this part out. So I might edit this out depending on how long this takes. But also I kind of want people to see just how much effort it is to get one of these dolls out. It's sometimes very draining to unbox a doll, especially a Rainbow High doll, because they package them in such a way that they just stay put. So that when you see it in the store, there's no, no worries on their end whether the doll will fall out of its position. The other thing they love to do, MGA loves to do, at least with Rainbow High dolls, is use lots and lots of hair gel. Sometimes they don't, which is always interesting. I gotta be careful. I almost got myself. Luckily, it is a doll for the most part. Okay, wow. So there's her comb. This is the standard Rainbow High comb, which I do like those combs. I kind of like collecting them. I have a whole little Rainbow High tin full of them that I found and thought this would make a great holder for the combs. But it's getting really full, and I never thought it would get that full because they're just combs. Okay, did I get everything? There is just so much tape. Okay. There we go. Alright, so she is now out of the box, and now we have a ton of these little plastic fasteners to get rid of. And I should have grabbed scissors. Scissors work far better for this. Luckily, I have the scissors right there. So, if any of you have one of these dolls, let me know what you think of them. The other one I want to get is Skylar Bradshaw, the blue doll. She has a denim dress, and I don't have her in my collection in any form. So I thought this is a good opportunity to add her as well as Jade Hunter. I love the color green. I also like the color purple. So I buy a lot of the purple dolls, and I like green eyes, green dolls. All right, so we got that off. Oh yeah, her hair definitely has hair gel in it, but it's only in like one spot, which is kind of weird. So they usually have these around the hands, and those you can just cut right off. You can also pop the hands off. They pop off really easily on purpose, so it's easier to dress them. And I've only had one hand break in the entire collection of Rainbow High dolls that I have. And luckily it's broken away that it's still usable, as long as I don't mess with it. Okay, so we got those off her hands. Oh, and she has the long painted fingernails. Very cool. And there's also another plastic part down here. Okay, is that it? Oh, no, there's some around her feet. They just really want to make sure that these dolls are secure. The one major thing I don't really appreciate about opening up toys is how much packaging there is. It's just so much packaging, especially these Rainbow High dolls. So her hair is already tangled around this barrette. So I'm going to have to put that back in. If I can get it with my big fat man hands. Not that I don't like my big fat man hands, but sometimes they do get in the way. I'm just trying to figure out if any of her hair needs detangled. Okay, so there she is. These boots are made out of cloth, or like a faux leather. Those are really cool. They have laces and belt buckles. I don't know if you can see those very well through the plastic part of the dress. It looks like this. Oh, yeah. This just pops right off. So I'm going to go ahead and actually take that off. That way you can get a better look at her boots. There are her boots, which those are pretty awesome boots. And the articulation on these Rainbow High dolls is really, really nice. She is wearing a tighter dress, so it's hard to get too much articulation, but there we go. And then they have full range on their elbow, up and down and around their hand. Also, their shoulder goes all the way around. And then their heads actually do tilt in the later series. I think it was the first and maybe the second series, but I know the first did not have very good articulation in the neck. So it's nice to have this version of Jade Hunter where she does have the articulation. Let me get this glow-in-the-dark piece back on, but first I will show you all the dress that's underneath it. It has these star charms like all the way around and lightning bolts, and underneath that silver mesh. There's a black slip. And all of this is Velcro, so it all comes off. I know I'm holding her by her hair. But it's easier that way. So she does come with barrettes. Barrettes. One says rainbow. One says boss. There's boss and rainbow. And one in the back says bad. And there's her beautiful face. And then her earrings are stars and chains and lightning bolt. And if I don't watch the cartoon, so if any of you do, you can correct me or whatever. Please be nice. But I believe this was a series where they all had a runway with their outfits, which I need to unbox the rest of these so I can show you. And hers lit up in the show. It was electric, which is why they gave you the glow-in-the-dark piece. Now let's see how easy this is to get back on. Oh, that's not bad. And then it does have like little fasteners, which are, there we go. And they just little pegs to push in to hold it on. You probably actually don't need to attach all of them, just as long as it's wrapped around. Some of these are kind of in a weird spot. Okay, I got it. But her hair really needs to be washed. If you can see, there is this, you can hear it. It's crunchy right there. And sometimes you can brush that out or comb it out with their comb, but that can also tangle the hair, and it makes it frizzy. So I'm not even going to continue with that. I will have to wash her hair before she gets put on display. Now let's see if the stand fits around her with this crazy dress. No, it would have been really cool if they made the stand glow in the dark too. But anyway, there is Jade Hunter from the new Project Rainbow line. And it's actually it's Rainbow High Fantastic Fashion, and then it says Project Rainbow, which is the YouTube show, I believe. Rainbow High. On the back, I'll go ahead and read this. It says, this semester's Project Rainbow fashion competition is original, innovative, and totally fabulous. Alright, so we're going to put her right here while I unbox the rest of this. Oh, she does not want to stand up. There we go. Are you good? Okay. I think she's good. Okay, so the rest of this, she comes with like street clothes, I guess you could call them. And she also comes with a little pen or pencil or whatever. And she has a book, fashion design book. Let's take a look at that first. Put some tape on it. Okay. So there's this. It shows the design of the dress. And it can close. And then it says Rainbow High on it. And it has a spiral detail, like it's a spiral notepad. So that's pretty cool. And then it also came with this little pencil. It even has a painted tip. And I believe if you put that in her hand, it fits around her finger. There we go. So she can hold she's not really able to hold that very easily, especially at the angle that I am sitting. So we will just put that down there. Okay. And then I like how it shows it on like a stand, but you don't actually get a stand, which previous sets came with one. I have one over there if I wanted to display it that way. And so let's get this outfit out. They really like to put those fasteners everywhere. Like, they often will use them in places that you wouldn't even think. The other thing, and a lot of people get bummed out, is that these fasteners sometimes will create holes in the fabric, but if you get the fabric wet, just slightly damp, and then you rub it with your fingers, that will get rid of the hole usually. Sometimes even without water, you can just rub the hole where the fastener went through and it will get rid of it. It's harder to tell on darker fabric. So there, she has a hoodie that says Rainbow Boss, like it looks like necklaces, but it's embroidered. So I don't know if it's supposed to look like necklaces or supposed to look like embroidery. Emmy Vanda had the same thing on her. I was just looking at her, but I actually don't have her in the hoodie that has the embroidery on it like that. Okay. And then she also has this really cool snakeskin skirt with faux zippers. But that's pretty cool. So there's her alternate outfit. Which I can put her in that because we are done unboxing. That wasn't as bad as some of them, but I swear the unboxing for these dolls is just a little tiresome sometimes, which is probably why I have quite a few of them I still haven't unboxed, because once you unbox one you're like, oh, I'm tired now. Okay, now let's see if I can. She does not come with a second set of shoes, which is probably for the best, at least right now, without me trying to show you her second outfit, because sometimes the shoes require you to tie bows. And oh, okay, so this whole dress is one piece. Even though it looks like it's separate, it's sewed together. That's fine. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and take off her hands because her hands have the longer nails, which especially would get in the way. Oh, I just inadvertently made a new hairstyle. That looks pretty cool. Now it's all tangled around her earring, though. Okay. So, warning, doll nudity. I know some people have a real hang up for that, and that's fine. I get it. I'll try not to show it too much. And I don't know if I can even get this dress off of her while wearing the boots. Can I get the boots off? Or do I have to untie them? Well, yeah, this is... Okay. The dress is coming off over the boots. It just takes a little bit of effort. Alright, we'll put her over there. Okay, so there's the dress, which is all sewn together only in the back. So I think if you really wanted to, you could probably separate that if you're skillful enough, but definitely be careful because you don't want to ruin it, which I'm not going to bother trying to separate them. I tend to just leave them in whichever outfit they come with that I like the most. And then display them that way. I just untied her boot. Okay. Retie that. These are luckily very long laces, and that makes it a lot easier to tie. The longer they are, the easier it is for my fingers to tie it. Okay, now let's get her hoodie on. And the hoods on all of the Rainbow High dolls they're not intended to be used as an actual hood for the doll because their heads are very large and the hoods are always very small. Now, you could put this on a Barbie and the hood might actually work. You could probably even, there's a hole. The way that hoods work in Rainbow High is they have Velcro. I'll show you here in a second. And then so that way okay. So it doesn't just have Velcro on the back, it has Velcro on the hood. So that way you can get it on a Rainbow High doll. And that would also make it so you could probably put it on a Barbie doll and their hair could go through the back. Alright, so here we go. There she is with her second outfit. Which I think I like the other outfit better. It looks a lot cooler. It has the big glow-in-the-dark electric thing. this is more like street fashion, whereas the other one is more high fashion. Alright, so there she is with her second outfit. You know, and she's a boss, apparently. Rainbow boss. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was probably a little longer than I'm used to making. I feel like my videos just keep getting longer. Maybe I have more confidence, or maybe I'm just doing things that take more time. I do want to make some little short videos here and there that I can put up. I have an idea for doing a retro series where I unbox one old toy and just kind of experience what it was like from whatever time period that was. And I have a few older toys in my collection that I have been wanting to unbox, and I just ordered one recently, so look out for that. But anyway, I would say I like this doll quite a bit. The only thing I probably don't like is the hair is going to need washed, and that's kind of a whole thing. Especially if you want to wash all the hair, you're going to take out all the barrettes. But I think I would probably just wash this part and just let it air dry overnight, and it'll be fine. You can just use dish soap to wash it, or hand soap, which is what I use usually. And then you put conditioner in it, like just real human conditioner, and you brush it out very gently, and then you rinse that, and then you just let it dry. I just did that recently with a Rainbow High doll that I opened, because her hair was so knotted in the back. It's the first time I've ever had that happen. It was my Emmy Vanda doll, which, let me grab her real quick. Okay. Here's Emmy Vanda, and her hair is washed. It looks really beautiful. I washed it last night. It's all bouncy. It smells good. It smells like conditioner. And their hair is always so nice if you wash it. It's always very soft and very shiny. So if you like hair play dolls, Rainbow High dolls are probably a good way to go. I mean, her hair is really long. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, I would appreciate a like. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos of unboxing toys or toy hunts. I'm planning to show you how I dye Rainbow High doll hair. So that'll be a future video, and then I'll show you my whole collection of dolls that I've dyed. And I actually learned how to dye Rainbow High doll hair from another YouTuber, and I will share her YouTube channel down below. And I'm totally spacing on what her YouTube channel name is. I can probably find it really quick. Let me see. She does a lot of Rainbow High doll hair dyeing videos, and they always turn out so great. She shows you step by step how she does it, what color she uses, which I find very helpful, and it helped me figure out how to dye. Like, for instance, if I were to dye green hair and I wanted to get it to a purple color, you kind of have to cancel the green, which red will do, but then that makes brown. So you kind of have to adjust the colors. So you could probably, do a blue wash to make it a little more blue, and then you could do a red on top of that, and then it would be a purple. Her name is Darling's Dollhouse, and she's super nice, and I follow her on Instagram as well. So I'll put a link to her videos down below so you can get an idea of how to dye doll hair. It works for Barbies as well. Any synthetic hair will dye using RIT hair dye. But you do have to be careful that you don't stain their skin, which, that's explained in the videos, and I'll explain that when I do mine. So thank you again for watching. Hit that bell if you want to be notified for more videos. And again, thank you guys. I love you all. Be safe out there.